12th Science Chemistry Chapter number 9 Coordination Compounds. Hello students. In previous lecture we have completed the chapter Transition and Inner Transition Elements. Today we are going to starting new topic, that is coordination compounds from chemistry second. See here, before that we have to study about the coordination compound. First of all of you aware of that transition elements which are known as D block elements, and these D block elements shows variable oxidation states. That means they shows +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7 and +8 oxidation states. All of you know about that. +7 oxidation state, the highest oxidation state, +7 is shown by manganese, which is present in first transition series, and +8 oxidation state, which is shown by the element, that is ruthenium and osmium, which is present in second transition series. Then see here, the transition elements which shows the higher oxidation state, they have tendency to form the complexes. They forms simple compounds in their lower oxidation state, like copper sulfate, CuSO4, in which Cu is in +2 oxidation state, while Cu2O, in which that Cu2O, it is in +1 oxidation state. Copper is in +1 oxidation state. That means in lower oxidation state, transition elements forms simple compounds, and in higher oxidation state they forms the complex compound like Cu, NH3, 6, that is here +2. That means copper in higher oxidation state, it forms this type of complexes. Then see here the few examples of complexes, that is all of you aware of that complexes which is present in plants and animals. Then transition elements have tendency to form the complexes in their higher oxidation state, as well as other non-transition elements like inner transition elements, lanthanide and actinide, have also tendency to form the complexes in their higher oxidation state. But they have little tendency, lanthanide and actinide have little tendency to form the complexes. But most of the that is D block elements which having the higher tendency to form the complex compounds. And complex compounds are nothing but these are coordination compounds. Then what is coordination chemistry? Coordination chemistry, it is a branch of chemistry which deals with the study of coordination compounds. That means in which study of all type of coordination compounds and the terms related with that coordination compounds are studied in this branch is called as coordination chemistry. Then see here, we found the different types of coordination compounds which is found in the plants and animals, as well as it is also found in the drug formation, dyes formation, which are nothing but these are the coordination compound. Then the minerals which is present in the plants and animals, these are nothing but coordination compounds or complexes. Then example of coordination compounds, for example chlorophyll, which is a coordination compound of magnesium ion, that is it is a coordination compound of magnesium ion, and that chlorophyll which is present in plant, which imparts the color, green color, to the leaves and stem. And because of chlorophyll, plants are green. Then that chlorophyll contains magnesium ion, which is a coordination compound. Then all of you aware of that blood is red in color, and that red color, it is due to the hemoglobin present in it. Hemoglobin is one of the coordination compound of iron. That means it is a complex compound or coordination compound of iron, and because of that iron, it gives the red color to that hemoglobin. And that hemoglobin has biological importance, which carry the oxygen as well as it carries the waste products in the plants and in the animals. Then see here, vitamin B, that is vitamin B, and that vitamin B is nothing but it is a B complex known as B complex, and the name itself indicates it is a complex compound. That means it is a coordination compound of cobalt ion is there. Then one more example, that is drugs, that is medicine, drugs, which is used in the chemotherapy on the treatment of cancer, that is cisplatin. Cisplatin is nothing but it is a coordination compound which having the structure, that is cisplatin, which having the structure, that is Pt+2, that is central metal ion, which is surrounded by few groups, that is 2 is amine group and 2 chloro group. And that is the example of one of the example of complex compound. There are lot of complex compound formed by transition elements as well as non-transition, few non-transition elements also. Then see here, coordination compound. Then what is a coordination compound? Coordination compound, it is a complex compound which is formed by central metal ion. That means it has structure, that means it contains central metal ion in its higher oxidation state, and that central metal ion which is surrounded by groups, number of groups or molecules. These are nothing but negatively charged groups, or these may be neutral. And sometimes it is in rare compounds, it is positively charged. That means what is coordination compound? It is a complex compound which is formed by central metal ion in its higher oxidation state, which is surrounded by ligands, and that ligands is nothing but it is a atom or group of atom or ion or molecule which is bounded to the central metal ion by coordination bond. Then all of you aware of that coordination bond. Coordination bond is nothing but it is a covalent bond. It is also covalent bond. That means covalent bond which is formed by sharing of electron pair between ligands and metal ion in complex. But this shared electron pair comes from only from ligands, because central metal ion is electron deficient species and ligands are electron rich species. Therefore, this shared electron pair only comes from ligands. Therefore, these coordination bonds are denoted like this, pointing arrow towards central metal ion or electron deficient species in the complex. That means that there are coordination bond formation takes place between central metal ion and ligands. Then see here, the coordination compound in which central metal ion which is surrounded by ligands, and these ligands are present in a sphere, which we will study in detail. There are two types of spheres, that is primary sphere and secondary sphere. Then first of all, see here ligands. What are ligands? Ligands are nothing but these are molecules or ions, or it is atom which is coordinated with central metal ion in the complex by coordination bond is called as ligands. Then these ligands, it may be negatively charged or it may be neutral, or is less common positively charged ligands are there. Then see here, ligands are of different types. We will study about the types of ligands. Ligands are classified on the number of donor atoms in the ligands. That means see here, for example, in cisplatin, there are 4 ligands are there which surrounds to the platinum 2 plus ion, which is surrounded by 4 ligands, that is 2 NH3 group and 2 Cl minus groups. That means see here Cl group, that is chloride or chloro groups, which is negatively charged and which is attached to the platinum ion, central platinum ion by coordination bond. In this compound, 2 more ligands are there, that is amine. This group, NH3 group, N is attached or bonded to the central metal ion, not the hydrogen. That means here the donor atom of this NH3 ligand is nitrogen atom, and according to the number of donor atoms in ligands, we can classify the different types of ligands. That is first monodentate ligand, then and polydentate ligand, and third one is ambidentate ligand. First of all, we will study detail about the monodentate ligand. Then what is monodentate ligand? The name itself indicates that mono means one, dentate means it is a number of attachment of donor atom. Then see here, monodentate means it is a ligand, and that ligand may be molecule or ion or atom which has only one donor atom or one point of attachment which can forms the coordinated bond with central metal ion is called as monodentate ligand. See here, once again I am repeating the ligands, and that ligands may be ion or molecule and which has only one donor atom or one point of attachment which can coordinate with central metal ion. That means it has only one site in the complex is called as monodentate ligand. For example, in cisplatin there is NH3 group which having only one point of attachment, that is here NH3 group bounds or coordinated with Pt2 plus ion by nitrogen atom only. Therefore, NH3 is a monodentate ligand, or it is also known as unidentate ligand. There are few examples of monodentate ligand, that is Cl minus ion, that is chloro ion, Br minus ion, bromo ion, I minus ions, OH minus ion or OH group, and that which having the point of attachment through oxygen atom, not through the hydrogen atom. Therefore, it is a, though there are two atoms, oxygen and hydrogen, but point of attachment of this ligand with central metal ion in complex is through oxygen atom. Therefore, it is also monodentate ligand, as well as NH3 and lot of examples are there of monodentate ligands. Then one more type of ligand, that is polydentate ligand. Then see here, poly means many and dentate means point of attachment of donor atom. Polydentate ligands, it is a ligand which is molecule or ion or atom which has two or more point of attachments or two or more donor atoms in complex using two or more donating sites. That means at a time that ligand which is attached or coordinated with central metal ion through the two or more donating sites, and these are called as polydentate ligands. According to the number of point of attachments of that ligand, these are classified again into bidentate ligands, tridentate ligands and tetradentate ligands. Then we will see one after another in detail. That is first bidentate ligand. The name itself indicates that ligand has 2 point of attachment, bidentate ligands. See here, bi means 2 and it is a ligand which is molecule or ion or atom which having 2 point of attachments or 2 donor atoms in complex using 2 donating sites. Then these ligands are called as bidentate ligands. For example, ethylene diamine, or oxalato group. Both are the examples of bidentate ligand. Then see here, ethylene diamine. All of you aware of that ethylene group which is shown like this, CH2 dash dash. That is ethylene group. Ethylene diamine, di2, amine, amino group. That is amine group. That means NH2. Then see here, that is the only one ligand, one group, and which having 2 sides of point of attachment to the central metal ion. That means in ethylene diamine there are 2 point of attachments through 2 nitrogen atoms. That means they are coordinated with central metal ion through the 2 different nitrogen atoms. That means it is like this bidentate ligand. Suppose it is a central metal ion and here bidentate ligand is coordinated with the central metal ion like this. That means it is when there is polydentate ligands in a complex, that type of complex are called as metal chelates. See here, metal chelates. That means when central metal ion is surrounded by bidentate or tridentate or polydentate ligands, then that type of complex or coordination compound are called as metal chelate. And the process of formation of that type of metal chelates is called as chelation. Then hemoglobin is a metal chelate, chlorophyll is a metal chelate, vitamin B complex is the metal chelates. These type of metal chelates are mostly found in the cells of plants and animals which carried out the different biological processes. Then one more example of bidentate ligand, that is oxalato group. See here, oxalato group which having the structure like this, C double bond O dash O, and see here there are 2 point of attachments through these 2 different oxygen atoms, and which coordinated with central metal ion in metal chelate or coordinate compounds. That means it is also bidentate ligand. Then see one more type in this polydentate ligand, that is tridentate ligand. The name itself also indicates that there is a 3 different donor atoms while formation of complex. For example, see here, diethylene triamine is the example of tridentate ligand. Then we will draw the structure of diethylene triamine ligand. Then see here, diethylene, di means 2, ethylene, that means there are 2 ethylene groups are there. See here, we will drawing the structure of this ligand. Ethylene group is there. One more ethylene group is there, that is dash CH2 dash. And triamine, that means there are 3 NH2 groups are there, amine groups are there. Then see here, at this end NH2 group is there. Here also NH2 group, 2 amine group, and one more amine group which is common here, that is, see here, that is NH. In this example, central metal ion which is coordinated with this ligand through the 3 different nitrogen atoms. Therefore, it is a tridentate ligand. Then we will discussing on tetradentate ligand. Tetradentate ligand. Here we will discussing about the tetradentate ligand, taking example triethylene tetra amine. See here, triethylene, tri means 3, ethylene, that means there are 3 ethylene groups are there, that is dash CH2 dash. One more ethylene group is there, dash CH2 dash CH2 dash. Then tetra amine, tetra means 4 NH2 groups are there, that means here NH2 group is there, here one more NH2 group is there, and here NH, and here these 4 nitrogen atoms in triethylene tetramine are the electron donor atoms, that is, these are coordinated with central metal ion in the metal chelate. Therefore, triethylene tetramine is a tetradentate ligands. Similarly, one more type, that is of polydentate ligand, we will discussing here by taking the one more example of that type, that is hexadentate ligand. Hexadentate ligand, hexa means 6, dentate ligands, that means these are the ligand which is coordinated with the central metal ion through the 6 point of attachments. That means there are 6 donor atoms are there coordinated with central metal ion in the complex. Then example of this type is EDTA. EDTA, that is ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine. T means tetra, A means acetate. Tetra acetate. See here, EDTA, that is EDTA, that is ethylene diamine tetraacetate, is a hexadentate ligand, which is polydentate ligand. That EDTA complex, which is used in the softening of hard water. Structure of that ethylene diamine tetraacetate, we will drawing the structure of that hexadentate ligand. Then see here, central metal ion, which is surrounded by 6 points of attachment. First of all, see here, ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine, that is dash CH2 dash, that is ethylene group. Diamine, that means nitrogen, and which is NH2 in the form of NH2. Here from NH2 group, nitrogen, which having point of attachment, that means there are 2 points of attachment through the 2 different nitrogen group present in amine group. Then see here, there are tetraacetate. Tetra means 4. Acetate means acetato group. Acetato group. Then all of you aware of that acetato group, that is acetic acid, CH3COOH. If replacing H, we get the acetato group. That means we can write this like also like this, acetato group. Then there are 4 acetato group, which is attached to the central metal ion through the oxygen atom. That means see here, the acetato group, which is linked to this nitrogen atom. That means here it is linked to this by CH2, C double bond O, and this oxygen, which is coordinated with the central metal ion. That is one acetato group. One more acetato group, that is here attached to this nitrogen atom, that is CH2, C double bond O, oxygen, and this oxygen atom coordinated with central metal ion. That means there are 2 acetato group. There are 2 more acetato group, which is attached to through the oxygen atom to the central metal ion. That means here H is replaced by, that is CH2, C double bond O, and that oxygen atom, which is coordinated with central metal ion. And again here that H is replaced by, that is CH2, C double bond O, which having also point of attachment to the central metal ion. Therefore, it is a structure of EDTA, and in which there are 6 point of attachment, that is 2 nitrogen atoms, that is donor atoms, electron donor atoms, and 4 oxygen atom from acetato group, which is coordinated with the central metal ion, and it forms a ring-like structure. That means it forms the 5-membered ring. That means there are 5 rings are formed. Therefore, these are called as 5-membered ring, having the metal chelate structure of EDTA, and which is a hexadentate ligand. Then all of you have to practice to draw the structure of EDTA. Then one more type, that is Ambidentate Ligands. Ambidentate ligand, see here the ligand, third type, Ambidentate Ligands. What is ambidentate ligand? Ambidentate ligands are nothing but it is a ligand which having two or more donor atoms. There are also two or more donor atoms in the ligands, but that ligand in a complex, only one donor atom is attached to the central metal ion. The example of that ambidentate ligand, see here, NO2 group. That means, see here, in NO2 group, nitrogen and oxygen both are electron donor atoms which forms the coordination bond in the complex. But when it is attached to the central metal ion, then it is attached to the central metal ion in coordinate compound through only one of the atom, that is through nitrogen atom, or it is attached to the central metal ion through the oxygen atom. Oxygen atom. That means, see here, NO2 group is there. Here is also NO2 group is there. But here in this complex, NO2 group attached to the central metal ion through the nitrogen atom, and here also NO2 group is there in the coordination compound, but here attachment of that NO2 group is through the oxygen atom, not by the nitrogen atom. That means NO2 group which having two donor atoms, that is nitrogen atom as well as oxygen atom, but in complex it coordinated with central metal ion through only one of them, that is one of the atom, is called as ambidentate ligand. Therefore, NO2 group is an ambidentate ligand. When NO2 group is attached to through the nitrogen atom to the central metal ion in the coordination compound, then that group is known as nitro group. That group is known as nitro group. But when it is attached to the central metal ion through oxygen atom in coordinated compound, then it is known as nitrito group. Nitrito. Similarly, we can discuss in few more examples of type ambidentate ligand. Then see here, CN, that is cyano group, which is attached to the central metal ion. When it is attached to the central metal ion through the carbon atom, then it is a cyano group. And here in another type of coordinated compound, cyano group is attached through the nitrogen atom, that is NC. Here CN group in which nitrogen is attached to the central metal ion, which is known as isocyanide group. Isocyanide or isocyano group. One more example, that is thiocyanate group, that is SCN, in which donor atom is sulfur atom or nitrogen atom, and it can forms the complex like this, that is when it is attached to the central metal ion through the sulfur atom, and it is also attached to the central metal ion through the nitrogen atom, that means NCS. That means it is attached through the nitrogen atom also to the central metal ion in another type of complexes. Then these are the few examples of ambidentate ligands. That is about the ligands and different types of ligands and coordination compounds and examples of this type of ligands. Then we will discuss the detail about the few basic terms related with the coordination compound later. Thank you.